their run last year. This week, I'm going to cover China Spring at Gatesville, which we all know what that means when you're going to a game at Gatesville. For the uninitiated out there, the Gatesville folks really roll out the red carpet when it comes to the press box food. I don't know if they do it for the media or they just do it for their own enjoyment, but they'll have, sometimes you'll go to a place and they'll have fried chicken in the press box. So they'll have pizza and it's like, okay, thank you. I appreciate
barbecue.
That. Or a sandwich.
You see barbecue, yeah.
Last year I went to a game. I covered the Mount Vernon West game up in Rockwall, and they had Babe's chicken. They had boxes. That was good stuff.
Yes.
But it ain't nothing like Gatesville.
No.
Where you got barbecue and you got pizza and you got fried chicken, you got kolaches, and you got hoagies, and you probably got some sort of chips and dip. And then that's just the main course. Then they got dessert, homemade desserts and chocolate cake and brownies and cookies, and then as if that's not enough, sometimes they'll come up in the middle of the first quarter with hot donuts.
Hot donuts, you're right.
Yeah.
Not just donuts, but they're like heated. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got to save room for the hot donuts. It's incredible.
I've been on a real good nutrition routine for the past 3 or 4 months. And I'm going to Las Vegas this weekend. So I'm starting the weekend off in Gatesville, then going to a wedding reception on Saturday night, and then Las Vegas. I may just gain it all back. I lost 12 pounds in the last 4 months, and I may just gain it all back in 4 days.
You've been prepping for this weekend. That's what you've been doing. It was all for this weekend. Go crazy. Go crazy.
But so that leads me to there's actually a question here. What is your perfect pregame meal?
I mean, other than Gatesville, is that the answer?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, in the Harry Potter books, right? Sometimes when they sit down at a banquet, they just think of what they want to eat and it appears on their plate. So let's say, you're at the Harry Potter Hogwarts press box and whatever you want just appears there. What are you having?
I think it's hard to top really good barbecue. There's just something about, smoked meat that goes well with watching some pigskin, if you have really good barbecue, I think that is a good way to go. But I mean, I just can't really get past Gatesville. I mean, just the selection that you have, as you said, it's not even just it's the variety of options for one, and the fact that you do have dessert as well. And I would even go as far to say the hospitality of the people. You mentioned, maybe it's kind of for them too. I think it is, but at the same time, you will not really find a much warmer, more hospitable press box climate. And I know many a sports writer has talked about, after deadline, they're fine with just letting you sit up there and work, and hey, just take all the time you need. That we don't find that environment everywhere. Let's just be honest. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a good one. Leo Buckley Stadium, which is another one down in Killeen, usually has a pretty good spread, as I recall. Another one with a variety of options, including maybe a couple of different kinds of pizza. One thing I love that they do at Gatesville is, this is how they get all that food, is they get on there on the PA and they start thanking every sponsor that provided all this food. And, give them a little special shout out, and that keeps the food flowing.
Yep. Incidentally, mine would be Chicago style pizza.
Hard to beat. I am a big Chicago style pizza fan. I'm just not sure, when we're at a football game like that, we are working, and that's pretty heavy. That's pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah, whereas barbecue is just, light and crisp.
It's like a salad.
It probably is to you and Werner. I've never seen guys that can put away calories like the two of you.
Yeah, well, it shows.
All right. Well, that's another week of high school football podcast. Next week, we're going to be wall-to-wall games because we got some games next week.
Sounds good. Looking
All right.
forward to it. All right.
Yep. Cool.
See ya.
Yeah.